All right, so we're gonna workshop some logos. Magic and I are I'm in Magic's DnD campaign, and we have been workshopping a lot of corporate entities and different people and places of interest. So for example, and we've wrote like whole things on them. So we've got like a whole group of elements that we're gonna work on. We've got a bad corporation, we've got a good one, we got a middle ground. I want to work on a group that deals with body augmentation, general technology, pharmaceuticals, fashion, entertainment, whatever. So let me give you guys the premise, because we're going to workshop this stuff together. We're going to come up with some things. You're going to see my process and how I build logos. But I need some names, some creative stuff. Give me some backstory, okay? So the one thing that we're going to work on is a group that does body augmentation. Think of Cyberpunk 2077. Think of the year 7000 whatever, 70XX, right? Intergalactic space travel exists, of course. There are spaceships, there's all sorts of things. It's like Star Wars. I need a company name that is like a technology company that deals with body augmentation. The other thing, though, I want you guys to kind of help me come up with is what they're about. Like, give me like brand colloquials. Love, sex, robots. It's actually kind of cool. We'll start there. All right, so hold on. So let me grab let me organize this a little bit. I'm thinking of like a name with like exo in it.
Exo.
But I don't know if that's just me thinking of Mass Effect with exogenesis.
Mm-hmm.
But they do expedition, which is weird. They don't do anything at all with biology. But maybe like, let's see.
Cyberlife.
Cyberlife? What is that, like a game? Isn't it a game that already exists?
No, it's the company from the Detroit Become Human.
Oh, Cyberlife. That's funny. Let's see. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this as an exercise. First of all, I'm gonna clear the palette just so that I'm not looking at what we've already done. Okay, and then this is gonna be white again. Alright. So this is like augment company. Insert quote. We don't have any points on them yet. So add company info here. Notable products we don't know yet. Civilian commodities we don't know yet. Public opinion we don't know because we don't have a company name. We do know, we will say that they're publicly traded. I don't know their value yet, so something credits, we'll do zeros, and we don't know the name. Again, we don't know assets. We don't know the revenue. And we don't know news yet. But the one thing we can do is let's employ... Yo, Lou, what's good? Appreciate the host, buddy. How you been? What you up to? We're gonna go on Google. We're gonna do some workshopping. What's good, bro? Column Dots, thank you for the follow. Hey, what's going on? Ayo, Lou, we're chilling. Earlier today on stream, I was running people through the Black Hand branding. So like how I built all the stream overlays, how I did the banners, How I work with Magic on our design, merchandise, emojis, badge flares, subscriber badges, channel points, bit badges, YouTube overlays, my interview series, and of course merchandise. We went through a whole lot. Yo, appreciate it, dude. Appreciate it, dude. So right now, since I'm in the design mood, we're working on some DnD workshopping. Magic invited me to his DnD campaign, and I've been building a bunch of logos with him for different companies that we're working with, and of course, yes, of course you can suggest a song. So that's what we're doing right now. So if you guys are interested in graphic design, logos, all this kind of cool stuff, please stick around. If not, please lurk. I would appreciate it. Lou, you're the best. Thank you for stopping by. So in a way, we've kind of got like our brand voice ish image, kind of. We don't necessarily have yet like their actual pieces and things and what they make, but these elements tied together, and I try to make a logo out of this, you'll probably get an idea of saying, I could see a brand with this kind of motif build consumer or illegal body augmentation. And we'll fashion a couple of 3D assets too, I think, for some of the advertising when I go on ArtStation. So that's what we're about to do right now. So we've got that, right? So we've got Bakkuda. So then we can start adding in now some of the information around it. So we're going to say it's publicly traded. You know, body augmentation market is huge, right? Because we're introducing elements of finance and stock market stuff, we're going to do BKK. We're going to look into stock exchange. This is going to give us a better idea into, like, you know, a particular company or something like that. So we're going to do, let's say, biotech. And a lot of these companies, at least in the very beginning, are very low. So we may use that as our standard here. So relatively, there's a huge credit count that happens, especially with a lot of these other ones. So this company, we're gonna say trades for about let's see, 140 credits on IGSX. Very, very low. Very, very low. But good potential in our D&D world if certain things happen, if more people use their body augments, if a clinical trial, for example, reaches, you know, human hands, you know, it'll skyrocket. So we'll go with that. So let's say total assets that they have. Let's go back to this example. Total assets here. We'll do a cool 2.3 million credits. Revenues that they've made, we'll say it's comparable to about 5 million. All right. Public opinion magic for Bakkuda or Bakkuda, because it's publicly traded, and because they obviously have augments. Are these augments, most of them, are they just very accessible, or are they expensive? What's our price range, dude? What are we thinking? Like if my character who's a human character, if he ends up losing an arm during a combat phase, and I gotta repair myself, am I going here?
I'm thinking that we do like a psychosis or cyber psychosis. You know what that is?
Explain that for the stream.
Basically, like, if if you get too many augments, then you start to lose your sanity, and you become more machine than man. So I think if we did make it accessible in price, like, still expensive, but not like, not, it's still consumer level. It's like getting Michael Kors bags. So if we made it like that price range, then the low market value would make sense, because normal people would tie the stigma of cyberpsychosis.
Okay. I like that. So we will.
But then the rich and the people who can afford to deal with it, or like the metalheads that seek nothing but to become machines and wreak havoc and death, and yeah, they want that as well.
Okay. Alright, cool. Alright, so with that, let's take a look, and I'm gonna work on getting the word mark down for Bakkuda. Because this is what's gonna really be the determination on, how we do this. Got our main logo here. So now, how do we visually give it that cybernetic look? I'm gonna try to cyberize that arm, and I might do something forehead area, and maybe the neck. So we're gonna see what that looks like. new one called Bakkuda Cybernetics Corporation, which started as like doing like these basic body augments and then turned into like full blown all body shit. Crazy thing is though is that you can get drunk under getting all these augments called cyberpsychosis, and a lot of people kind of want that, but it's not really a good thing, nor is it legal. But yeah, so we built them up for them to feel like somewhat of a, you see like those eyeglass, like eyewear companies. If you ever have gone to get glasses, and there's varying different types of brands. I wanted it to make it feel like a brand that you could see yourself getting. Like it's not like it's unaffordable, but it's not necessarily like within reach either. It's kind of like in between. So it's like, getting a very nice pair of glasses, or like, nice jewelry for somebody you care about. Hence the condensed font and the tall width, and then kind of like the thing. Like if you were to put like, I don't know, like Jared Jewelers under this, for example, you'd be like, huh, they seem expensive. That's kind of the thing I wanted to do here. So I did a lot of type exploration. I did some mono because I liked how it's equally spaced, but it felt too codish, so that wasn't going to work. Did another mono font. Wasn't necessarily great either. So then I kind of did something that was like wide, and I was like, that's interesting. But if I wanted to put it in caps, I didn't like how it looked. This is sort of like it's called Euro style. This is like an old font from like 68 to like 75. Pretty cool, but not, it felt retro futuristic instead of futuristic. Worked with standard Helvetica mono, that didn't work, and then I found another font that worked a little bit better. I condensed it a little bit and then spaced it out like mono, and then it turned into this. So this felt really, really good. Some inspiration, things like this, seems ominous, but cool, futuristic. It's not really a thing. I guess it's just more of like a mood setting, similar to this. But I did use a version of that to break up the text. And then as a result of that, I stretched kind of the middle part, and now it like looks more interesting than it was before. So I wanted to like make like an ad, or like a poster you would put on a wall somewhere. So boom, got that, just like this too. What I might do for this one is get like a description or like a mantra or something to put here. I think that'd be cool to have it like with text. These again were other inspirational things for mood setting. Got me thinking about augmenting like a person, so I did that there. So now I'm gonna probably take something like this and use that as a template for what I'm gonna stage for this environment here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then after I'm done with this, I'm gonna clean it up. I'm gonna put the logo stuff here and all the other assets, and then work on another one. But yeah, KB, that's pretty much what I've been up to. Alright, good folks. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm letting this ride out for a second before I end stream. But I'm gonna go back to just the good work we did today. I mean, goodness, that's sick. We should be proud. Very, very tight work.